Bitcoin, we start with monthly charges. I want to give a quick update. And as we can see, based on monthly, this is the first move we had. Now we want to see whether this is the start of the up move or not. And based on lower time frame, mostly we are expecting to see the correction. But based on monthly at this point, we don't have anything to discuss. And if we move to lower time frame, if we move to weekly chart, the question was whether this is the flat for the next drop, because in that case we can expect the price drop to this zone somewhere between 14,600 following by 10,700 before we see the reversal. But as I mentioned, this is the best option we have been looking for, but we don't need to wait for this option. And right now we are looking for continuation. We want to see whether we can expect for continuation and with the breakout of the all-time high, because we have been looking for this one as expanding flat. If you refer to our analysis, we discuss about the expanding flat. Now, what's the next? Based on the weekly chart, all right, we are expecting this one turn to give us a correction. If I remove this one give us a correction similar to what we have here for the flat for continuation, all right? And we want to see the breakout of this zone, all right, to conform for continuation. That's mean the breakout of the 31K following by 37K is very important for us, with the expectation for continuation and with the expectation to see the breakout of the all-time high. All right, breakout of the all-time high. That's why, as we can see, the price tag almost 31K, but there was no continuation. No, we are looking to see the breakout of this zone, which is the breakout of the 31K following by 37K. This is not the target. We are looking to see the breakout of this zone, all right? But we are expecting to, based on lower time frame and even based on weekly chart, we see the correction in relative to what we have here. Because if we get a correction, it can give us a better opportunity to look for the trade setup and even better confirmation for continuation. And in this case, we move to lower time frame, we move to daily chart. As what I explained, based on weekly chart, we mentioned if this one give us a deeper correction relative to what we have here for flat, for continuation is the best. All right, but at the same time, so we don't want to see the breakout of the 28,300. That means if the price, we expect the price to consolidate here, we do the breakout of 28K before we see the next move. That's why we don't want to see the breakout of the 28K. Right, that's mean if we want to look for any opportunity for buy, as I mentioned, if we get the price consolidate here, any opportunity for buy based on lower time frame, we will take it. And we mentioned we want to see the breakout of the 31 following by 37K. This is the zone we are looking for. But in really, what's the target if we get any opportunity for buy? If we look at this one as a flat, if we get any opportunity for buy, the first target with the breakout of the 31K, I'm looking for 35,100. Then if the price could break 37K, then I'm looking for 4,600. This is the target I'm looking for if I get any opportunity for buy. But at this point, we don't see any opportunity, any trade setup. And if we put this stop relative to the previous one, we see we had a divergence. That's why the price consolidated here. We are expecting the price consolidate here for longer time, all right? Because in that case, we can get a better opportunity for buy. But as I mentioned, any opportunity for buy from now, as long as the price haven't break 28K, I will take it. All right. It doesn't mean if the price could break 28K, we cannot look for continuation. We prefer to see the continuation without the breakout of the 28K, because in that case, the price can consolidate here with a deeper correction similar to what we have here for longer time. And how to look for trade in this case, we'll move to lower time frame, we move to forward chart. Based on forward chart, I don't see any trade setup. And if the price consolidates similar to what I drove here, then we can look for the next drop. Then if we get any reversal as a short move flag, I will take the trade. Or if the price consolidate here, we see the drop, we can put a warrant tree above here. But at this point, I don't see any trade setup, and we cannot take the trade without the trade setup. Again, it depends on the traders, the strategy they are using. But at this point, I don't see any trade setup. And how about if I move to lower time frame? If I move to 1 hour chart, similar explanation. We prefer this one give us one more drop. Then we look for the sharp move flag. We take the trade. Or if this one give us one more drop, then we can put our entry above here. At this point, having an entry above here is not really good idea. If anyone wants to put the entry above the correction, we prefer to put our entry above the stop, somewhere around here. In that case, with the expectation, price sharply reverse. And in that case, if the price tag over entry and we see there is no continuation within the maximum the first 2 hours, we should take over the trade. Okay, but at this point, I don't see any trade setup, and having entry above the stop is not really good idea. It doesn't mean the price cannot reverse from here, but it's not a really good idea to put over entry above here. It depends on the traders and the strategy they use. But for me, I prefer for the next drop. At least the price tag, the lower price of this correction. The breakout can be a better option. Then we can put our entry above here. But at this point, we have to wait. But as I mentioned, if we get any opportunity for buy, based on daily chart, the targets I'm looking for is 35,100 following by 4,600, and the breakout of the this zone, this is what we are looking for, because breakout of this zone we are expecting for continuation, and then in that case we can expect the price break or tag all-time high. But at this point we have to wait. And as I mentioned, if the price consolidate here for another few days, it can give us better confirmation for continuation without the breakout of the 28,300 or 28K. Anyway, in this case, we just follow the chart. And if anyone wants to look for buy, we have to move to lower time frame, 1 hour chart. They have to wait. All right. Whenever I say we have to wait, it doesn't mean the price cannot continue from here. Because if the price continue from here, if the price continue as a corrective, we just let it go. If we see the sharp move flag, then yes, we can take the trade. We have to see what we get. Anyway, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. Thanks.